Gente, eu tô aqui fazendo uma entrevista muito especial com esse cara de quem eu sou muito fã, porque eu li esse livro, eu assisti esse filme.
Call me by your name and I'll call you by mine.
Eu tô aqui com André Aceman.
Aceman.
Right? Aceman.
Yes.
Okay. When I first talked to my audience that I was going to interview you, I had a lot of questions about being gay, because people think you're gay just because you wrote books about gay relationships, right? So, why did you choose being straight and write about gay people?
Because I'm interested in desire. And when I started writing the book, I was going to write it about a boy, 17-year-old Elio, and a girl who shows up at the house and so on. And I said, no, this is not that interesting. I want there to be a conflict of some sort, something that they have to overcome. And when I came up with the idea of something gay, it made perfect sense. And the book eventually just basically took off because I was so excited by it.
Weren't you afraid of feeling or suffering some kind of prejudice by straight people because you were writing about gay stuff, or even gay people because you were not gay? So
how would you know? You don't have to know the whole universe, but you can certainly. I read, I speak to people. A lot of my friends are gay. They tell me all their lives. People tell me everything. They always open up to me, and I'm a lucky man because I listen and I forget nothing. But by and large, you don't have to be gay in order to write a gay story that is credible. What you have to do is you have to understand what it is that brings two human beings together. What are the difficulties? What are the senses of inadequacy in someone? We're all embarrassed when we feel desire for someone, whether gay or not. And it's that embarrassment that I wanted to focus on.
I think you must answer this question a lot, right? Because you were straight and about writing gay stuff. Does it feel like coming out of the closet like a straight guy? Because everyone assumes you are gay.
There are many things. Many things. People assume I'm in the closet, but I'm really gay, and I'm married and I have children, but it doesn't mean anything because I'm really gay. That's one kind of thing. The other people say he is totally straight, but then how can he possibly imagine a gay love affair unless he's had one?
And you were so sensible in your books. It's like everything
But
we
you don't-
really feel it in our life as gay people.
But isn't that what an author is supposed to do?
Yes,
He's
I
supposed
think so.
yes, he's supposed to bring out things that even gay people never considered
Yeah.
about gay relationships. I'm supposed to do the work for them. Well, some of the books I write are about straight people. And
Is it different to write a
Yes.
story about a gay couple or a straight couple, or love is love and
no,
it's equal?
once the relationship starts between two individuals, there is no difference, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, but it's getting to the relationship that is difficult, because in the case of, let's take Call Me by Your Name, Elio is a kid. He feels desire for a man. He has felt desire for men before, but this time the man is in the house and he's very attracted, and he wants to touch him. He wants to consummate the relationship. That he knows this, but he doesn't know how to talk about it.
Am I offending you?
Just don't.
How to make this happen. It's very difficult for him. He's not ashamed of gay desire. He just doesn't know how to speak about it.
The story in Call Me by Your Name passes in the 80s, right?
Yes.
We are in 2018. What do you think that changed the most, and what is more of the same about being gay?
To be honest, already in the middle 80s, it was no longer a big deal to be gay.
Really?
Yes.
Even though we have no rights or
No,
marriage?
that's different. You cannot
Yes.
get married. You cannot get your citizenship. That's a different issue. These are what I call, so these are sort of hard facts that are important. But by and large, I think that my friends who were teenagers back when I was a teenager and where they were gay,
Really?
there was no shame.
In which country?
In
When-
Italy, I was
in
growing up in
Italy.
Italy, a Catholic country.
Wow.
So I don't think there's a big. I mean, clearly, the more time passes, the easier it gets, and the more tolerant people become, except in certain parts of the world where they will never be tolerated for who knows how many more years.
Do you think if in nowadays Elio he will have a better or worse chance to have a successful relationship with Oliver? Because we have LGBT rights, we can marry, we
Yes.
have more visibility and respect from the society, but at the same time we have the gay dating apps like Grindr.
Yes.
So do you think it will be easier or more difficult
It is totally easy.
to build a relationship?
On Grindr, you can build a relationship on Grindr. I doubt it. I
But
have
the problem
friends
is that
who use
they're
Grindr.
really fast,
I know it's fast.
Yeah.
Then you eat the pizza together or not together, and
Yeah.
then they go home. I know the whole thing. Okay, that's not what I'm considering. I think that when you're 17 and you have a gay relationship, it is very unusual to have a relationship at 17 and to stay with that person for the rest of your life.
Talking about your new book, Enigma Variations, why do you think people who loved Call Me By Your Name will love it too?
I hope they do.
I'm really curious to read it.
Okay, no, what Enigma Variation is about, it's very much like Elio. It's basic, and like Oliver.
It's also a gay character, right?
It is a gay
Yes.
character who's also likes women, and I
Oh,
think
it's a bisexual?
he's bisexual.
Great.
But people think that you cannot be bisexual. You have to be. If you're bisexual, you're really gay. That's what some people say. No, what is interesting for me is that it is the story of a man who starts by being totally in love with another man, and he knows nothing about sex. Nothing. So he's attracted, but he doesn't know why he's attracted or what can be done.
Yes.
Okay, then you move, 20 years later, he's attracted to a man and he's attracted to a woman and he lives with a woman, but he also tells her that he has, he likes men. Then the third one is about a man who's totally enamored with a man and wants to meet him and basically doesn't know how to negotiate. Eventually he does.
We had a discussion in the internet with a lot of people arguing that Elio was bisexual or that Elio was gay, because he had some datings with girls, but a lot of gay guys do this because we are created in a straight world, so
Yes,
we always
sure.
try to be straight and then we see it doesn't work with us. So you are the one who can answer this, right? Is Elio bisexual or gay?
To be honest with you, as I said before, there are people who think that there's no such thing as bisexual. You're either gay or you're not gay.
Yeah,
There are
but
peop-
I think there are bisexual people.
Well, I think in my view, I think that most people are bisexual. I would say
Even the straight people.
even the straight people.
Wow.
You give them a drink and you see what comes
Yes,
out.
two vodkas and everyone is bisexual.
Totally. And I know from experience. Everybody's dying to tell me that they're gay.
Okay.
So, but I think that it's possible to be. I think that sexuality, if we're very honest, sexuality is fluid. It moves.
Recently, we had a lot of great LGBT releases in the media, books, movies,
Yeah.
series like Call Me By Your Name, Love Simon, Fantastic Woman, Netflix, Alex Strangelove. It wasn't like this when I was a teenager. Do
No.
you think this is a phase we are going through, or definitely LGBT stuff came to stay in the media?
I think it's here to stay. Now that it's become permissible, and now that you have, if you think about it, a lot of Hollywood is gay.
Yes.
So you think they're going to keep writing hetero stories when they can write about gay stories?
I think they were just waiting for this moment.
Exactly.
Maybe,
So-
maybe we'll have a few straight stories in the future.
fewer, and
Fewer.
they will become more exciting.
Yes.
And writers like me will write about heterosex.
Yes. And we're talking about progress in the world, about these questions, but we still have a lot of conservative people,
Yes.
like not just in Brazil, but in the US, like Donald Trump, in the whole world. I mean, in Brazil, we have a candidate who's homophobic and misogynist. He's running for president. What's your view on it? Are we definitely making progress, or we are stepping back?
I think, let's call them by their name. The forces of darkness are always there. I have to say that I trust where the Western world is going. We're going towards total tolerance. We have an impatience with the intolerance
Yes.
and prejudice. I hope this is the way the society will go. But we still have conservatives, and they are there. And they can be very vindictive, and they can become very violent. If you think of some societies, how do they treat women? How do they
Sure.
treat gays? And to
Yes.
give you a better example, how do they treat Jews? They always work in the three. If you have Jews are tolerated, and gays are tolerated, and women are tolerated, you have a very progressive society. If women are beaten and burned to death by their husbands, if gays are not tolerated and are beaten in the street, if Jews are kicked out or whatever, then you have a very intolerant society. I was born in an intolerant society, Egypt. Call Me By Your Name is not read in Egypt. The movie is not shown in Egypt. So you have to assume that there are forces of darkness that are there. They're very strong. But I hope that we can win. We have to.
I hope so.
Because what
Yeah.
kind of a world do we belong to? It's a stupid world.
You are someone who's open-minded and always progressist. Because from your generation, there's a lot of conservative people, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Why are you different? I'm glad you are.
Thank God I am. Well, I was born into a family. My parents, not my family, my parents were very, very progressive, very open-minded, and basically we had no patience for religion. We hated religion, so I was never in any way inducted into Judaism.
This is a really interesting point for you to show to your parents. He have had liberal parents and he's straight. So people think that if
My father was very open-minded. My father did everything.
was he upset you were straight?
No.
Oh, great.
He's not upset that I was straight.
Finally, I want personal advice from you. To
Me give you advice?
Yes,
Okay.
because I work writing LGBT stuff. I have a book. It's not a fiction, but it's about being LGBT in the world. And I worked for some TV shows writing some LGBT stuff too on YouTube. But I have the desire to be a successful writer and to write gay fiction, you know.
Mhm.
So what's the best tip you could give me?
To be honest, I think that all one has to do is to not write what you think that LGBT people want to hear, but to write what you know, or what you are ashamed that has happened to you, and that the feeling, not that happened, but the feelings you have, those are the ones that people want to know about, not the feelings that you think you should have.
Oh, thank you very much for
Thank
this
you
interview.
for having me. Thank you for having me.
Gente, então é o seguinte, tá, ó, deixa eu mostrar o livro dele aqui, o novo, Variações Enigma. Quem também não tiver ainda o Me Chame Pelo Seu Nome, eu já li, é incrível. E agora eu vou ler esse aqui também, tá bom? Beijo.